When someone snaps and becomes uncontrollable, they're what's called a crashout. When acting on that lack of control, it's in turn called crashing out. The Gacha gaming scene has seen plenty of the lot in its time, so let's look at a few of Gacha's biggest crashouts. And everybody that does commentary type videos like this speaks with this sort of accent, so I think it's only fitting that I do as well. Enviosity, known for being free to play in Genshin Impact, caught fire for a failed boycott after Genshin Impact didn't sufficiently reward their player base for years of loyalty. Enviosity, a player adamant about not having spent money on the game, reached his breaking point after running out of mint to pick and choosing to pick a fight instead. In an out-of-character explosion of ego, Enviosity snapped and dropped the most goated line of 2024.
I should be the only motherfucker getting praise in the Genshin community because I don't spend money on Genshin Impact. Money talks, alright? Money talks. Be like me and stop spending money.
Slime. Certified crash out. Now, overinflated ego isn't a prerequisite to crashing out, as even the humble and calmest of the bunch, such as Sweetly, aren't exempt from breaking character. Sweetly is a VTuber known to live up to the name of Sweet, with her smooth voice and wholesome community. However, even the pure-hearted can be pushed too far, as seen in the case of Sweetly. After doing Honkai Star Rail viewer polls for her subscribers and losing 10 50-50s in a row, 8 of which being to Japard, Sweetly cracked and crashed out hard. She grabbed a sniper rifle and started taking out all the opposition that stood before her. And to add to the psychotic implications behind this disproportionate reaction of hers, she did it all with a smile on her face. But even after eliminating her enemies with a grin, Sweetly's crashing out was far from over, as she even went on to try and take out her own teammates.
Oh. They must have killed the person I was shooting.
I guess it's fair to say that even the sweetest among us aren't entirely tame. Sweetly. Crash out. And I'm about to crash out if I have to keep up that accent for any longer. If someone were to disrespect my favorite Genshin Impact characters such as Hu Tao, Nilu, others, I'd likely be filled with rage. However, some people take it a bit too far, such as in the case of Zajeff. Zajeff, known for his knowledge on the game and ability to theorycraft, isn't one to be trifled with when it comes to meta. So after hearing a Genshin Impact character named Ganyu was being called a support, Zajeff became Crash Chef, because he took that personally and went ballistic.
Man, like, why is it so fucking hard to just admit admit you were wrong, dude? Like, fuck, man. But he just refuses to admit it. Like, fuck off, man. Not
only that, but he then went on to power scale and backseat another man's marriage and personal life outside of the game, creating an endless cycle of hate and rage with no defendants. Zajeff, certified crash out. If I wasn't already an example of black people playing gacha games, we have Calvin Cortazar Broadus Jr., also known as Snoop D-O-double-G. I'm gonna be blunt. Snoop probably thought the game was lit, but when he decided to summon, he certainly met his match. The poor summon rates ignited, his rage solidified by him losing his 50-50 to Chi-Chi.
This shit. Came in this fucking room and everything went fucking bad. This shit, man.
You probably don't want any smoke with him after losing a 50-50, because lungs and currency won't be the only thing getting burned through. Snoop Dogg, more like Snoop. Crash out. Mr. Pokey is somebody I thought I'd get along with because we're both Asian, but clearly that holds no weight in here, because Mr. Pokey's committed 7 deadly offenses. First, he thinks he's a bigger Sweetly simp than me. Second, he thinks he's a bigger Ruby simp than me. Third, he thinks he's a bigger VTuber simp than me. Fourth, he thinks he looks better than me in a maid outfit. And insert 3 more random offenses just because I'm mad and petty. So yeah, you can say I was childish, but in response I said Mr. Pokey has weak legs, and that was the final straw that caused him to crash out. He took one good look at my skin color and said this. I forgive him though, but the world does not. Mr. Pokey, crash out. Tectone and Gacha Smack need no introductions. The instigator of instigation versus the archon of action. Harbingers of hate, captains of crash outs. Who is more fitting for the title of crash dummy than the man named after the entire gacha space and smacking them, or a white guy? Gacha Smack and Tectone both are repeat offenders of crash out syndrome, but what happens when 2 negatives meet? They somehow create a positive. So it seems to counter COS you need another certified crash out. That said, Tectone isn't only a gacha rager, but also crashed out so hard that he forfeited his entire sponsorship.
Brother, just let me fucking do anything! You stupid piece of shit! Hey, good game. Liza P, thanks for sponsoring today's stream. Really good. Can't wait to play your game when it comes out. That was epic. Very epic, very good, very awesome. Thank you very much for sponsoring. That was epic.
Tectone and Gacha Smack, the two unfiltered and uncrowned crash dummies. Also, 90% of this video was complete and utter spreading of misinformation. There are other Gacha Crashouts, and these are only a few. Who are some of the biggest crash dummies in gaming history? I'ma catch y'all boys in the next one, alright? We out this piece. Yup.